When it comes to making a difference, fashion designer Dutzi stands apart from the crowd. With Mexican tourism severely damaged by swirling media hysteria over the swine flu, Ariane sought a way to help families in the Yucatan, suddenly finding themselves with no income. The result? Stylish, handcrafted messenger bags, created from recycled materials. The look is taking the fashion world by storm, and the proceeds are empowering Mayan women to take charge of their destinies.
I grew up and was raised in Germany, and then I moved to Paris, and I was living there and worked in the fashion industry in Paris for over 10 years, and then I moved to New York. But it was always my dream to start my own company. When I came more in the Yucatan, I realized there were a lot of good craftsmen. First, I arrived in Tulum, and I love Tulum. It's the beach. The beaches are gorgeous and everything. And then I said, well, in Tulum I can't do it because at the time the infrastructure didn't really work. There hardly was any internet, anything. I came to Valladolid and then the little villages. Valladolid is very small. It has only 40,000 people. I love the old buildings. It's colonial architecture. It has culture, and it has much more infrastructure to build a company. It's very close to Merida, which is only an hour and a half away. It's close to Chichen Itza as well. And the feeling for it, for me, even as an inspiration, was very important because you just can feel the history of the town. And that's when the idea started. And said, why don't I come down here and start making something locally made with this great craftsmen and craftswomen? And I wanted to help them at the same time to provide for their families, but give them some knowledge with my design background, and then in this way to start my own company. You have these amazing skills which are literally getting lost. So that was the other idea why I wanted to do it here in the Yucatan. Suddenly, from one day to another, what was a flourishing industry in the Riviera Maya, people left. I mean, of course, everybody was scared. I was scared myself. My family called, my friends called and said, Mom, there's nobody's sick here. You don't realize it. I mean, more people sick in Germany from the swine flu or in Paris than here. I'm safe here. You should come, I said, So nobody was affected here from the illness, but from the economy, it was terrible because every tourist left. There were one cancellation of a trip to another. So people lost their jobs. And why I came up with the idea was literally because more and more women suddenly knocked on my door and looking for work. So that's when I said, what I can do is I design a bag. Obviously, I'm a designer, so I can design a bag which is especially made so we can hire more women. The women are always the last on the line. So thanks to the bags, they can make some money. So I have women from a very young age, young girls who are 17-year-old, and so they can work from home. And the girl, she can go to university, study, and in the evening make a bag or two or whatever she thinks she needs. Till another older lady we have who's 70 years old. She found herself childless, and in other words, she wouldn't have anybody to take care of her, and at 70, in this economy, no jobs around, so she wouldn't have a chance to make some money. So not only she makes money again, but also all her old skills now she can transmit in the workshop. I call it a workshop, so even if everybody works from home, it still creates a community. It depends how their daily life permits it. I didn't think it would come to the project I have now, which makes me very, very happy. Suddenly some of the women, they become main provider of the family because the husband loses their job. They learn to manage finances. They say, okay, how much do I need? Because, suddenly we have a price for a bag. So their mind starts to calculate. So they're not used to it because they were always under the thumb of their husbands. And suddenly they say, oh, I make my own money. And some of them, they're making now more money than their husbands in the Riviera Maya if they want to work, and then that creates much more self-esteem, and they're happier. And all the time when I see them and show them, okay, look, our bags were published in Marie Claire, US, they can't believe it. I mean, they're thrilled of pride, the women come like this, they hardly look in your eyes, and suddenly they stand up and the shoulders back and they're smiling and saying, wow, we did that, wow, it's beautiful, it really is. The average bag takes about 4 hours to make, and some of them take even not 4 days, 2 days to make. I have a big passion for burlap, and but burlap sheds a little bit, so I decided to put some cotton lining. So it's 100% organic, but 90% recycled, yes, and it's 100% handmade. One of the reasons why I like to work with burlap is because it ages well, believe it or not. It becomes more softer and becomes more shiny. I like the idea of aging, and unfortunately I think our Western society don't appreciate aging that much anymore. And I think it's beautiful to age. So I wanted to work with materials which age well. I love burlap, but after a while you want, if you're a creative person, you want to have some other option as well. And then I found this, they call it white raffia. And that's actually the bags they use to transport rice. They're white rice bags, and I love that because of the white color, and I think it's fresh and beachy and summery. The white raffia is great because it's very light, but you can put in a lot of things. It's very solid. We started to do some of the straps which we make with plastic. So we recycle the plastic, so we wave it and make a strap out of it. So the plastic, which from plastic bags, we make into straps. Because of the recycled material of the burlap, every bag is very different from another. So you can have the same kind of bag because it's the same style, but it's still your bag. It's not, it has a different strap, it has a different part of the burlap and things like that. It gives it really a unique feeling. People actually get really attached to the bags because of the whole background and because of the bags which they picked. If they really feel it's their bag, it's not somebody else which they can replace. And after a while, your bag tells a whole history. I really think it's because all the love we give to the bags. I mean, I'm literally handpicked the burlap because more time you give to a bag, more love you give into the bag, more it should be appreciated. I really want to create a really great product, well-made, trendy. At the end of the day, you recognize the bags, which I think is important, but they're still very unique. For me, it's very important. It's not, we don't ask for charity. I really want to help people. I really want to make a difference. It's not just a bag, it's a whole education, open somebody's eyes. And I think, just to make the world a little bit of a better place. Yes, I think so.
Helping those in need and helping the environment. Now, both are fashionable. To learn more about the Dutzi Rescue Bag, go to dutzidesign.com.